when you veto something, you don't date it, you don't do anything, you just put not approved on the line. And we have now helped our kids, our trans kids. Thanks, everybody.
And here we are again today. Another Democrat governor in a woke state is saying that he's vetoing a bill put forth by the GOP in Wisconsin that would have banned biological boys and men in women's sports. But the governor said he's vetoing it because he needs to protect the kids, the LGBTQ kids. What about the other kids? What about the biological girls who have to play against boys in high school? Or the biological women who have to play against men in college? Do they have rights like the LGBTQ people do? According to Democrats, they don't, because this is what the Democratic Party is doing. They're separating our country slowly but surely. First it was race, then it was religion, and now, of course, they're trying to separate us by sex, because there's no such thing as males and females anymore, according to most Democrats. So exactly what is it that these politicians do not want to protect girls and women in their own sports? Why are they dead set on allowing biological boys and men to compete against girls and women? I just don't understand this. And they're saying is to protect the LGBTQ rights. Well, what rights do the kids have who are the biological sex? What right does the biological female have? She has none now, because she has to compete against a boy or a man. And we all know that is unfair, because the boy or man has the upper hand. But you can't tell a Democrat that. They don't want to hear it. They are, for some unknown reason, other than, like I always say, votes, they want to continue this madness. Just like the Wisconsin Democratic governor is now facing backlash because he vetoed a GOP-backed bill that would protect female sports. And he did it, and everybody was there cheering and clapping because, again, what do they have to gain by this? All you're doing is making it unsafe for young girls and women to be in a locker room with a biological man, because we all know bad things happen, and they have happened in the past. But these Democrats, the party of the people, we love everybody, we're here to save you. They don't care. They don't care about the safety of young girls or women. So Tony Evers, the Democrat governor of Wisconsin, vetoed a bill that was sponsored by the GOP that would protect female sports, keep biological males out of them. And he was against it. So he had a big signing ceremony, and he vetoed the bill because he said it fails to comport with our Wisconsin values. I'm sorry. So is he saying to us that Wisconsin is all about the transgender movement, the LGBTQs? Is that what Evers is saying? Sounds to me like he is. It sounds to me like he doesn't care about all kids. He only cares about those who think they're something that they're not. That's what it is. This is getting so out of hand that they not only continue to let adults do it in college, they're letting young kids do it. Young boys compete against young girls because, quite frankly, these boys and men have to compete against girls and women because they can't compete against boys and men because they're not good enough. And that goes back to William Leah Thomas, who ranked in the 400s as a men's swimmer, then all of a sudden won an NCAA championship as a female swimmer. But Leah Thomas didn't have the upper hand. And these people, like Evers, is cheering for that. It's absolutely a disgrace what these politicians are doing to our children today, and they're letting it go on and on.
it's just disgraceful. I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than this is absolutely pitiful. So he went on to say this type of legislation and the harmful rhetoric beget by pursuing it harm LGBT Wisconsinites and kids' mental health. If you really wanted to work on the kids' mental health, maybe you should talk to them about this transgender thing. Because, quite frankly, I believe it's an indoctrination and they're trying to push this on young children. And that is my belief. I'm sorry. You can be against me, but just it doesn't make sense. Anti-LGBTQ harassment, bullying, and violence, and threatens the safety and dignity of LGBTQ Wisconsinites, especially the LGBTQ kids. So again, what about the regular kids, if you will? I use the word regular. The girls who know they're girls and the boys who know they're boys. What about them? This governor is telling them, you don't matter. It does not matter that you say you're a girl and you say you're a boy, because I need to protect the ones who are confused. I need to protect the boys who can't play boy sports, so they have to compete against girls. And that's not a bad thing to say, because if you look at it, it makes sense. The biological men competing against women are winning and winning and winning when they didn't win against their own biological sex. So this is completely unfair. And we all know Joe Biden's on board with this. We all know most Democrats are on board with that. But basically, again, what they're telling the American people are, if you have children who are male and female, and they know they're male and female, we really don't care about them, because we have to protect the ones who are confused. We have to protect their rights. And if you're a normal kid or a regular kid, you don't have any rights under some of these woke, ridiculous laws that some of these states are putting forth. All it's doing is harming our children, making it worse for them. Kids who wait their whole lives to get in high school to compete, excuse me, swim, track, whatever, basketball, volleyball, and then they find out they're playing against boys. We've already seen one girl get a severe concussion when she was struck in the head by a volleyball that was spiked by a transgender girl. But that was okay. Oh, that happens. No, it doesn't, because that boy was a lot stronger and a lot bigger. And it's people like Governor Evers that need to wake up and see exactly what they're doing. And what that is harming the boys and girls of our country today. And that's it.